UNC, and welcome to Late Night STV. I am your host, Justin Page. Woo! Yes, thank you. Yes, we are so glad you could join us this evening, and we have a great show planned for you. But first, we do have some things to talk about. Well, did anybody catch a football game this past weekend? Yeah, great win for the Heels, but their performance was a little overshadowed when some of the lights in Kenan Stadium went out in the third quarter. How does that happen? Officials are now blaming a faulty breaker. However, Coach Butch Davis said, "You idiots, it was just part of Kenan Stadium's plan to become eco-friendly." So, obviously, anyway. This weekend was also family weekend, if anybody's parents decided to join themselves. No. All right, well, anyway. And anybody catch the food at Rams Head this week? It was absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. But don't worry, do not fret, UNC students. Rams Head is now back to serving their consistently subpar meals. And finally, some national news from last week. Last Thursday was the highly anticipated vice presidential debate between Joe Biden and Sarah Palin. Yeah, it was actually the highest rated vice presidential debate in history. It's been reported that It's been reported that millions of Americans entertain themselves by playing what they're calling Palin Bingo. Yeah. Among the more popular buzzwords were reform, maverick, and gosh darn it, Joe. So yeah. Well, anyway, we have a fantastic show planned for you tonight. We have the Performing Arts Chair of the Carolina Union Activities Board, an inside look at Carolina style, and our own trip to Mapleview Farms. Yeah, good show. But first, we're going to get to the pit talking segment that we have for you. Last week, our correspondents hit the pit and wanted to find out what was on the mind of UNC students. Hey, what's up, UNC? This is Justin Page reporting for Late Night STV. As you may know, the football team right now, coming off a big win from the Miami Hurricanes, it seems that football fever has overtaken Chapel Hill. So we're going to see what's on the minds of UNC students to see what they think of the football team. All righty, I'm here with, what's your name?
Evan Tassios.
Evan Tassios. So would you consider yourself a big UNC football fan?
Oh, I love football. That's all I do. It's my favorite sport. I can't get enough of it.
Or are you a big UNC Tar Heel fan? Do you like the football team? Are you?
Yeah, of course.
What is your favorite football? Well, who is your favorite Carolina football player?
Definitely Tate.
Who is your favorite player, or do you have one?
Let's see here. Crap.
Don't try too hard.
Trying too hard.
All about that Tate, because that's the only one I know.
Do you know the coach's name?
Yeah, Butch Davis. Hey.
Nice. Are you a big UNC Tar Heel fan, Robert?
I would say so.
Pretty big. The biggest?
Maybe not the biggest. So I'm not, crazy, but I'm a big fan.
We're going to do great things this season.
Do you know who they're playing tomorrow?
Yeah, we're playing UConn.
UConn is undefeated, I think. What's the UNC's record?
We are...
Wait, so what do you think of Cam Sexton?
I mean, he showed that he can do it back in the Miami game, so we're expecting big things against UConn.
You going to go to the game tomorrow?
I'm not going to be able to.
Why not?
I wish I could, but I'm going to be out of town.
Okay. Well, do you know the name of the football coach? Are you a big football fan?
I'm really not.
Really not. What about the quarterback? Do you know there's controversy with the quarterback, or not controversy, but an injury? Do you know who the starting quarterback is?
I'm not the biggest sports fan, to be honest.
Okay, you just like UNC, the place. You're a fan of Chapel Hill.
I enjoy watching sporting events, but I'm not, huge into it at all.
So there's not one player you can name.
What's that guy's name who, let's see. Yeah, no, the,
Talking about the returner?
Paulus.
Mike Paulus, the backup quarterback that got benched last week. So you're a big supporter.
I think he can do a little better, but, I'm pulling for him.
Wait, how many games have we played? We lost one game. We won all the rest. We beat Miami. We're 3-1. 4-1.
What is the first thing that you do when your roommate leaves the room?
Turn my music on.
Turn your music on. Do you not like your roommate's music?
I do. I just like mine better.
First thing I do when a roommate leaves the room, so maybe turn up music, something like that.
Turn up music. You're the second person to say turn up music.
I don't know. It's nice to walk around in your underwear.
We bought a dry erase board so that we keep track of where everyone is.
Okay.
So
You don't really see your roommates much. They just leave
No, I do.
secret
Like-
messages.
No, we see each other a lot, and every time someone comes in the room, I'm like, "Hey, family," because they are my family. I love my roommates.
What kind of music do you listen to?
Everything.
Everything. All music.
Almost everything.
Like Carnatic music. Are you a fan of Carnatic music?
No.
No, you're not.
Really, I'm really just turning to stations that do random song selections. Not like that particular into a specific type.
Okay, like
Not so much modern music. More classic rock. Sometimes even 80s.
classic rock, 80s. Any hip hop? Any?
Really, I'm not a big fan into that.
When you're in the apartment all alone, what's the first thing you do?
I usually sleep.
You know, you guys have lately been really hard on Sarah Palin. How do you think she did last night?
You know what? I think she did better than expected.
Just because the bar was set so low, she didn't have to do all that well to win the debate, which I think she ultimately did.
How about your boy Joe Biden? How do you think he did?
Awesome. I thought he was great. He just knew what he was talking about.
Well, you got any predictions for the election coming up?
Cautiously optimistic. I'm cautiously optimistic.
What do you think of Bob Barr's chances in the 2008 presidential election?
I think that he's probably not going to win if I just had to make a wild guess.
At this right-wing table, we've gone from cautiously optimistic to not too optimistic. But it's okay because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure we all have hope, right?
We all have hope.
All have hope.
All right, thanks, guys. It is always interesting to see what's on the mind of UNC students. Well, that brings us to our first guest of the evening. Our first guest is the Performing Arts Chair of the Carolina Union Activities Board and also a member of Student Television's new show, Carolina Style. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the program, Mr. Joshua Jenkins. Good to have you. So, as Performing Arts Chair, what are your main responsibilities? What do you bring to the table?
I am one of about almost 20 committees, so I am in charge of theater, dance, music, that type of thing, combining those to do programming throughout the year for students.
Okay. Well, I guess the main focus we're going to talk about is homecoming.
Right.
And I realize a lot of work has gone into that. Exactly how much work is putting together a successful homecoming concert?
It's pretty extensive. We started months ago. We started off just brainstorming ideas for who we wanted to see at UNC, who we thought people would want to see at UNC, and then we just started contacting agents and that type of thing.
How high do you set the bar when you first start considering musical guests? I mean, do you just kind of bottom out at MC Hammer and work your way up, or work your way down?
Anything is up for grabs, really. If it's popular, if we think that students would like it, we're going to consider it.
Yeah, I was looking at the list. Past homecoming concerts have been The Roots, John Legend, Augustana, and it seems that you guys have done it again this year with the Avett Brothers and Gym Class Heroes.
Right.
Woo!
Gym Class.
Good concert, right? Am I right? So, anyway, do you by any chance get to meet the performers, or how close to contact do you come in with them?
Pretty much the entire homecoming committee is going to have a part in the production of the whole homecoming show. So whether I'm backstage helping out with hospitality, or if I'm, on the side of the stage, doing something, I'll be back there. So I might run into somebody.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Well, eventually, how did you guys settle on these two acts? Were there any others that were in major consideration?
They were on our, I think, the first or second draft of our list, and we didn't think we would get Gym Class, but they came back at the end of the process, so we were sort of worried, but we finally got the two that we wanted.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Congratulations. There's been a lot of fuss about the new camp-out policy.
Right.
Because previously students weren't allowed to camp outside Memorial Hall. What can you tell us about that, as far as camping out in the Union goes?
It's a brand new process. We're still sort of testing it out, but basically we are moving the camping to the Union so people can camp out for tickets, but instead of it being in Memorial, it'll be in the Union at the Union box office. So for these homecoming shows, like with the Avett Brothers, we had people line up starting at 12 and basically camp out in the Great Hall, and then at 10 they were ushered up to the Union box office to begin the process. Okay. So we'll do the same thing for Gym Class, yeah.
When is the camp out for Gym Class Heroes?
You can start Friday, well actually Saturday at 12 a.m. So.
All right.
No more
Yeah.
All righty. Well, yeah, as we just previously mentioned, the homecoming concerts are November 2nd and 3rd, featuring Avett Brothers and Gym Class Heroes. So Good luck with that.
Thanks.
But also, I understand you're a member of STV's new show, Carolina Style.
Yes, I am part of the Fierce Force, as Perrine would say.
Force.
Yes. So, yeah, it's a great new show that I think people will really enjoy.
Really? Well, we have a surprise guest right now. We have the head producer of Carolina Style. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Perrine DeShield. So, Perrine, could you just, for the viewers at home, tell us about your new show?
Well, Carolina Style is just a show that we really focus about like individuality expressed through style and fashion, like while shopping on a low college budget. So that's kind of what makes our show like somewhat different than like What Not to Wear or the Tyra Banks show or whatever like crazy makeover show.
Yeah, not many people have the extra $600 to throw it on a dress or anything.
You know?
Well, as Josh previously mentioned, what is this Fierce Force I'm hearing about? I mean, we have the Fab Five and all kinds of groups like that, but what is this Fierce Force?
Okay, well, like
Please do tell me.
the Fierce Force, like they had like the Fab Five, like glam squads and stuff. The Fierce Force is basically just like the crew of Carolina Style. Fierce Force members go out to different shows. They tape and get them for free for like fashion shows. They help come up with different ideas for every episode. They're just really like the backbone of the show and really what it stands for. Fierce Force members have to have, a sense of style, somewhat, you know what I mean? But hey, anyone could be a Fierce Force member.
Do you think I could be a Fierce Force member?
Totally.
Really?
Like you have a
You like
fierce
that?
style, so
Fierce.
I mean, you could be in the Fierce Force.
Yeah, never fails, never fails.
Yeah, man.
Well, I also heard that you guys go out to certain fashion events and stuff. I heard something about Fashion Week in Charlotte.
Yes, Josh and I, and also like a few Fierce Force members, we went to Charlotte for their first ever fashion week. So we were able to get like some great footage. We got like the entire big fashion show with all these great designers from New York, different places in Charlotte, all around North Carolina. And we also got like interviews with different designers, like upcoming designers, models, everything. And that's going to be on episode 2 of Carolina Style.
When does Carolina Style air?
We have premiere night for all the STV shows, October 20th. And yeah, premiere night. Yeah, so watch it. So finally new stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So October 20th will be like the world premiere of Carolina Style, and we're all really excited about it.
Alrighty, well, make sure everyone watches it. And thank you both so much for being on the show.
Thank
and good
you.
luck with Homecoming and Carolina Style.
Thank you.
And as many of you already know, we are in the thick of election season. And in the spirit of election season, Late Night has compiled a top 10 of our favorite campaign slogans.
All right, I'm Patrick Nichols, and I'm here with the top 10 favorite political slogans. Number 10, vote as you shot. That is an actual political slogan by Ulysses S. Grant, although I guess it applies for Dick Cheney too. Number 9, I'm sorry for picking Palin. Number 8, change, hope, and any other incredibly vague idea that doesn't mean anything. Number 7, we poked you in 44, we shall pierce you in 52. Another real slogan by Pierce in 1852.
It's very random.
Yeah. Number 6, Barack to the future. Number 5, vote Dirk Nowitzki. I'm the biggest maverick there is. Number 4, Nixon in 72, because there are always more lines to wiretap. Number 3, Bush in 04, because there are always more lines to wiretap.
I think they're actually wired into our show, to be honest with you. Maybe.
Number 2, Hillary in 2012, The Empire Strikes Back. Episode 5. And number 1, don't be lame, vote FDR. We're not really proud of that one here, but
we're going to get some angry letters about that one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Patrick. Those were some great campaign slogans. Well, it makes me think recently, our crew here at Late Night took a field trip to the Mapleview Ice Cream Farm with our own correspondent, Brittany Bellamy. Let's check it out.
The farm has been closed to visitors for several years now for health issues, and so we've decided to build the Maple View Agricultural Center. The center focuses on the North Carolina Standard Course of Study in science. School groups will be able to come out during the week and take tours. We have 4 hands-on learning labs, community garden, pumpkin patch, corn maze, hay rides, animals, lots of nice outdoor activities. And on the weekend, you can come out and visit, see the animals, enjoy the farm experience, and spend time with your family and friends.
Okay, that sounds like a really cool project. Okay, so here we are with Farmer Bob out on the farm. This is very special. So we're just going to ask him a few questions. How long have you been with the farm, Farmer Bob?
Well, we have been with this farm since August 1st, 1963, when we moved down here from Maine and bought the cows and started milking cows. And we've been cows here every day since.
1963. That's quite a time. So do you enjoy it? What keeps you coming back here?
Well, that's all I've ever done, and that's all I know, so I guess that's why I'm here.
You must be pretty good at it by now. That's awesome. About how many cows do you milk in a day, do you think?
We're milking 140 right now, 3 times a day.
140 3 times a day? I didn't know cows gave that much milk.
You're milking about 70 pounds average.
Wow, that's a lot.
And a gallon of milk is 8.6 pounds. So they're about 8 gallons.
That's a lot of milk. Y'all.
What would you say is your most popular flavor?
I would say chocolate chip cookie dough is pretty popular. Besides vanilla and chocolate, that's probably.
But so do y'all also invent flavors? Is that correct?
Sometimes we do. Yeah.
What have you yourself come up with any flavors? And if you have, what was your inspiration behind that? Would you say?
My favorite one I came up with was pretty simple. It was a vanilla with a fudge swirl and brownies. I don't know what inspired me, but I used the Tripodi's brownies that we sell here in it, and it was really good.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. Do y'all? So here we are in the Mapleview ice cream store with.
Hey guys, I'm Robert, and it's my son Benjamin.
Okay, hi Benjamin, hi Mr. Robert. Thank you for taking some time with us today.
Sure.
Do you come out here often?
We're about here once a week.
So I take it you like it?
Oh yeah, that's why I got a big one.
Do you have a favorite flavor or anything?
He likes vanilla a lot. I'll try anything. So.
And what flavor did you get today?
Today's the strawberry sorbet.
Oh, is it good?
It's very good.
Really? Okay, and what was his name? Benjamin?
Benjamin.
Benjamin? Do you want to be on TV? No? Aw. Do you like your ice cream?
Yeah. Which flavor do you have then? Vanilla? Here's vanilla.
Okay, well thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. You're welcome.
And that's it for us here at Late Night STV. Be sure to join us on Wednesday, October 22nd at 11 p.m. when we will air our first live show. So, yeah, definitely come out and watch it. So for all of us here at Late Night STV, I'm Justin Page. Good night, everybody.